guys. It is Friday evening. You've probably got so much better shit to do, so why are you watching me? Hell, I don't know. I don't know. I ask that every day anyway. What the hell do these guys want to watch my shit? So, anyways, just doing some thinking here, some kind of conspiracies. Just kidding, no. Just theories, no conspiracies. We don't say that, YouTube. We like to abide by everything correct. This is all entertainment and education, and you'll actually probably lose brain cells watching this live stream right now. So, Luigi kid, some thoughts here. We know his credentials, his pedigree. Very intelligent young man, valedictorian, Ivy League school, comes from a family who's very incredibly successful. Sounds like they have money. I'm not going to make the assumption they do. However, I'm sure they do. More than likely. Okay. Here's the weird stuff. So this dude, he plotted and planned this all out. Pretty precise for a lot of stuff, for starters. He had a lot of things in the works. Some planning ahead of time. Hey, Antonino, good to see you, sir. So the kid, has a firearm. He's got a suppressor. He's got fake ID. He's got his manifesto. He's got some Monopoly money or whatever the hell else was in it. Okay, so he's got all this stuff planned. He has it planned. Obviously he hasn't been behind a firearm very much, so of course how he held the gun and everything along that line is not how anybody trained that would do so. He's not an assassin, obviously. Gets on his scooter, ditches his backpack, gets another backpack, changes clothes, whatever, manages to get away only about 100 miles away, and is chilling, sitting in a McDonald's, and then just nothing. I mean, he could have been way far away. They bust him, he's got the weapon and all that stuff. So here's my thoughts on this. And a lot of people are going, oh, he's a patsy or something along that line. Dude's got a manifesto, corporate, or, he shoots a CEO of a huge healthcare corporation and pleads not guilty. Now, here's the reason as to why I'm saying that he did this. This is just a theory. Because when he goes to court, he wants to air out all the dirt that he has and knows about the United Healthcare. That's a theory I have. Like, that's the one thing I can think of. He wants to fight it in court, not guilty, so he can bring all the foul play out and just air all the dirty laundry and stuff like that, so people in the country will, know. That's the closest decent, reasonable, kind of guess I can come up with. Because other than that, he's too damn smart, man. How he had everything so precise up until that point. I mean, it's just like, yeah. I mean, that's really all I got. That's the only thing logical I can come up with. Anything else is just weird. A lot of weird excuses. I know a lot of people were pretty pissed off about me saying, hey, all you liberals are hypocrites out there for wanting to have guns taken away because of gun violence in America, and then turn around and praising the murder of somebody in America with a firearm. Yeah, try striking my channel and you guys got rejected. I bet you feel pretty stupid. But anyways, so I'm going to gloat on that one because I think it's hilarious. I love calling hypocrites out. That shit's just so much fun to me, especially because people take it so serious on here. They get so into it. It's insane. But I dropped a clip preview of suppressor type stuff. Some of the content that's going to be in it is manufacturing. Now, I'm not making them or anything along that line. I'm following YouTube guidelines. However, I do have footage of somebody with a metal lathe. I'll go over baffles, go over, different designs and whatnot with suppressors, types of metals, types of firearms, threading, boosters, go over everything with it, because so many people in the country, we see television shows, Boondock Saints, stuff like that, for instance. You always see that classic picture of the two brothers with their Berettas that are suppressed down, executing dudes and saying a prayer or whatever. The noise that the suppressors make, especially with a 9mm, is not just going to be some little air pop. I mean, it definitely will muffle the sound, but if you don't have subsonic ammo, it's really not going to muffle the sound as much as you think, or especially like how it is in movies. And again, like I said, the other show that I did recently, the mobsters, they like to use in the 22s, 22 pistol with suppressor, because those are quiet. You can buy 22 subsonic, but you know, I think of some other rounds for suppressors. I mean, that 300 blackout, I know that was intended to use for suppressors. I'm still not bought in on that ammo yet. It's not. I don't know. It just doesn't appeal to me. I don't know why. I just can't figure it out. I mean, I guess one of the things about it is like with firearms, I always think this. My concealed carry gun, my everyday carry, whatever, usually 9mm, maybe a 40 cal. I don't know. It just depends on the day, but most of the time I go with 9. I've got a bunch of ridiculous amounts of different 9mm I've collected and all sorts of crap. Now, 9mm is a common ammo. It's cheaper. I can use it throughout multiple of my firearms. So, for instance, if I have to give my wife one, if I have to give my oldest stepson one, let's just say we're defending our home or something along that line, or out in the wilderness or whatever. I've got all this 9mm. Everybody's got the same ammo. Everybody, can restock whatever. Whereas like I love my 357 mag. I mean, they're badass. But ammo's expensive. It's a 6-shooter, and I only have one gun that shoots 357 mag. And so, I hoard that shit because it's expensive as hell. I mean, I shoot 38 special through it, when I go out to the range, but for the most part, I mean, it's common sidearms, common calibers, but it's just like 22 12 gauge, 22 12 gauge double-aught, 30-06, 5.56, 9mm, 45. I mean, there's a few of those magic calibers and shells and gauges or whatnot that pretty much the majority firearms that most people own run off of. Now, there are some odds and ends, different ones, but for you guys that hunt big game or go long range, I mean, I think it's what the Lapua. I mean, there's some crazy ass calibers out there now, but shooting these big powerful ones through suppressors, it's why the suppressors look like the size of a spray paint can. I mean, they shit, that long, like diameter, circumference, freaking huge. If you guys go to Silencer Co., they make suppressors. They're actually not too far away from my hometown in Utah. They're out in West Valley City there. They had the salvo shotgun suppressor. To me, it looked like a mini mailbox that they just popped onto the end of a shotgun and took it out. I mean, the thing lowered the noise so much that it only put out about the same amount as a 22 crack, which, surprisingly, that's pretty quiet. But sucker's ginormous. I mean, you got more Hollywood stuff, shotguns with suppressors. And the biggest bullshit one, every time I watch it, I have to grind my teeth or put a mouth guard in or something, is No Country for Old Men. The assassin dude, he's all going up. He's got this big old cylinder on the end of his shotgun. And I'm just thinking, buckshot through that, slug through that, yeah, but I don't see how it works out. The salvo shotgun suppressor that I looked at, how it's chambered, it has these different chambers rather than kind of baffles or whatnot. It's something I'll go over in some of the content I'm going to drop later on. But I mean, it's interesting stuff, like the science on it. People machining the parts. It's not just a bunch of guys welding a bunch of washers together. There's a lot of makeshift suppressors. There's a lot of people who try to make suppressors out of oil filters. I don't recommend that. I mean, you can buy certain oil filters to make solvent traps, not suppressors. We're not going to say making suppressors on here, but it sort of works, but it really not as well as people think. And you've got so many people doing dumb shit on YouTube and Instagram. I mean, it's a plethora if you want to laugh at stupidity, but for the most part, I don't recommend it. if you know how to do machine work, you're good on a lathe, something along that line. Hold on one second, my boss is calling me. Yes. Anyways, I gotta wrap it up or I'm gonna get in trouble. No, I'm just joking. But bust the lathe out, make baffles, K-baffle designs, all that type of stuff. So yeah, we'll be dropping that. Do some, I think I'm gonna do Benjamin Henry. I was debating on doing William Davies, who, you know, he was one of the designers for Webley for revolvers. And then I was like, you know what? I've done a bunch of European dudes lately. Let's go back over to the Americas for a minute here. Plus, I love lever action rifles. So, but that's the lineup we got going on here, guys. You guys enjoy your weekends. Have a good time with your family and friends. I might be on tomorrow. Most likely, no. So, you guys take care now.